Hey everybody, Flash here. Today's video is all about the Bellum update, and we are going to get right to it. We now have access to the two new defending operators, Maestro and Alibi. Maestro's primary LMG, which is new to the defender side, is a ALDA 556, sporting a fantastic rate of fire and very little recoil. The other primary available is the ACS-12, a fully automatic drum-fed shotgun with 30 rounds, which both operators share. Maestro's gadget is a laser turret that shocks players and/or gadgets once the bulletproof shielding has been retracted. It is fully automatic. Maestro is a 3-armor 1-speed operator. Alibi is our new 3-speed 1-armor operator. She carries the MX4 Storm SMG, which may well end up proving to be the best SMG in the game. Although the hip fire leaves some to be desired, the ADS fire on that weapon is absolutely phenomenal. Otherwise, both operators share the same secondary weapons, the Bellum 410 shotgun revolver and the Karatus 357 Magnum revolver. Alibi's gadget is a set of 3 deployable holograms that, when disturbed, temporarily marks the attacker's location. Alright, let's move on to a little bit of a walkthrough on the new map. Second floor, we have an Aviator Games room, statuary trophy, living room library, and kitchen dining. And what we're going to do is go ahead and do a little bit of a top-down real quick here. So starting off with the Aviator Games room sites, you're going to notice a couple of things immediately. One, this room is relatively large, but it does have plenty of hardcover in it. One thing that I did note while I was exploring the map is that for the bomb sites in particular, there are no exterior entrances whatsoever. There are no hatches, there are no windows, and there are no doors that go directly from the outside of the building to the bomb sites themselves. I won't be showing the attacker spawn points or the approaches to the building in this particular video. However, what I have seen is that the approaches are relatively safe. And at this point, it leads me to believe that the intention for this map is that the attack and the defense happen completely inside the building. This next bomb site is the statuary room and trophy room bomb site. You will take note that there is a divider between the two that has a skylight of sorts. This is the only rooftop or exterior entrance to any of the bomb sites available right here. However, at this point, rappelling in there seems like kind of a bad idea. Also take note that when you move through the map, there's no option to close off any of the archways. They are just considered part of the hallway or part of the room. You do also have an exterior entrance right here that is very close to the bomb site, and you could get some line of sight from outside, perhaps on the rooftop, or of course on rappel. However, it's still just an adjoining room. It's not actually a part of the objective that's available for planting or diffuser. The next bomb site is living room library room on the first floor, and yet again there are no exterior entrances to the bomb sites. As you can see, the living room is terraced and quite large, several archways and a lot of hardcover. If you reinforce the appropriate walls, this would actually be a very easy room to defend from inside. Right next to the objective, you have toilet, which is a first floor room that has one exterior window, which has also a soft wall that is connected to the library, which is the other bomb site. There is an all-interior secondary room called gallery that has a couple of soft walls and a lot of hard walls that might be good for flex play between the two sites if you needed to use it. The final bomb location for the map is kitchen dining room. You see in pantry there is one exterior window available for access. A hatch that leads down to the basement where there is a staircase that has another exterior window where people could rappel. And then we have dining room where it's actually 2 rooms really. There is a lot of soft floor, a lot of open space, and very little hard cover. There are also a lot of soft walls that are in this site. Which would, I think, make it relatively difficult to defend from inside. 1 or 2 walls blown open by attackers could create a lot of very long and very open sightlines into this objective room. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if you could take thermite to a corner of one of these walls that would be reinforced to open up 2 walls at the same time as well. Okay, that about finishes it up for covering the bomb sites available on this map. I'm going to go ahead and do a quick run through of the basement level so you guys can get your sneak peek real quick, and then we'll move on to looking at clubhouse changes. Unless I missed something, there are 2 interior stairways that lead up from the basement. And these wine cask looking things right here are actually tunnels that lead to the exterior of the map. There are, I also believe, 2 of those. A couple of long corridors over here. Some hardcover down this way. I'm sure there's objectives down here, there just aren't any on bomb. And here's our other staircase that leads you right up toward kitchen. This is the garage, which has a doorway as well, right around the corner. However, it is considered outside, unlike some of the other garages in the game. One other thing that I noticed, I don't know if you guys have or not, is that this entire map is very well lit. None of that theme park garbage. Okay. We're going to call it good for this map. Everybody knows that a lot of major changes were incoming for the clubhouse map. And, well, basically here they are. Now there's a window going to garage. Stairs that goes from the first level of garage up to the second. And they've got a little bit of hard wall over on the kennel side of spawn, so that you can't shoot through that the top of the reinforcements anymore. Otherwise, they've done some color changes, brightened things up a little bit, that's for sure. The window right here is no longer accessible from outside. And of course we have this whole new room right here that leads over to logistics and bedroom. Effectively, that connects the entire top floor of the map. And otherwise, if we go in, take a little pop outside real quick just to see what things look like, we realize that we have a very small landing out here by comparison. As well, one of the master bedroom windows has been completely closed off, no longer accessible. And we have a hard reinforcement now, for some reason, that's right up next to the overturned mattress now. Moving on to the downstairs, we're going to notice a whole bunch of major changes happen over here as well. We now have the bathroom here, which is a pretty large area. A little bit of hardcover right there if you go into the stall. Otherwise, a soft wall where there used to be nothing but hallway right here. And steps leading up to a terraced pool room. Now, this is a completely separate room over here, which is going to be very interesting. It's going to change the dynamic on this map a lot. Dirty little spot that I heard about from some buddies already who've played it. Said that if you break this out, you can peek all the way down the hallway through the pool table. Right like so. Otherwise, I don't believe that they made any changes to the strip club itself. Everything should be the same over here. Just a little bit of change in texture and lighting. And there have been some changes down in the basement as well. We're going to go ahead and go check these out real quick. First of all, there's a blue stripe on the wall now for some reason. No changes in the memorial. Church is the same. Otherwise, the entrance to the tunnel interior is a little bit different. And big change right here. We're looking at some stairs that lead down into the blue hallway from the garage storage. So now the blue tunnel has 2 access points. And there are a few other changes that are definitely worthy of note on TTS right now. First of all, Echo now has 2 drones with a maximum of 2 charges each. Otherwise, they did mention that they have made a small increase to movement speed with the sidearm out, except SMG-11 and SMG-12. They mentioned nothing about the Bearing 9. I'm sure that you guys saw how terrible the recoil was with the SMG-11, SMG-12, and the Bearing 9 with the last activation of the TTS. That's no longer the case. And otherwise, last but not least, now we have bulletproof cameras on several of our operators. Frost, Dock, Mute, Castle, Caviera, and Vigil now have the option for bulletproof cameras instead of either deployable shields or barbed wire. Alright everybody, that about covers the basics for now. We'll see you in game.